Hey all, welcome back to a new What I Eat in a Day video. Since you all love my food videos, I decided to create another one for you all. These recipes are nothing fancy, just everyday simple food ideas with a little bit of twist to it, so that the everyday food doesn't seem boring. We have been loving these recipes recently, and since they seem to have turned out well, I thought I would share with you all, and hope you all try them out at home and let me know in the comments below if you did. First meal of the day is obviously breakfast, and we love our breakfast time. We always look forward to it. So today I'm making this easy paneer bhurji with some toasted brown bread. I actually was running out of coriander leaves, so I'm using some spring onions instead. This paneer is homemade by a local vendor. Paneer recipes could be quite challenging and may not taste good if the paneer isn't from a good source. This is what I have realized. After heating the oil, I'll add the onions and green chilies, and when it's well fried, I will add the tomatoes and let it cook and get mushy. At this point, I'll also add some red chili powder, garam masala and pepper powder. Next, I will add the spring onions and mashed paneer to it. Paneer shouldn't be cooked for too long or it tends to get hard. Today I'm also going to make an apple, carrot and orange juice too. I'm not a big fan of cut fruits. I struggle to eat them just like that. I'm happy to have a glass of juice though. And did you know that orange juice in the morning is great for your gut and bowel? Hence, if you are someone like me, I would suggest you invest in a juicer. I know it could be quite a bit of work to clean the juicer later, but that's okay, it's worth it. And breakfast is ready. I also had some lettuce left in the fridge and I added that to the plate too. I was surprised at how amazing it tasted. The softness of the paneer and the crunchiness of the lettuce turned out to be a great combination. It's lunchtime and I'm back to the kitchen. Today's lunch recipe is really simple. It's dal chawal and sabzi, but just with a little variation to it. I'm going to make a broccoli aloo sabzi because Kaya is very fond of broccoli. I will soak the broccoli with hot water and salt for some time before I cook it. For the dal, I have added some garlic pressed, cubed tomatoes and some salt to the pressure cooker. I have also added a bit of oil to the cooker. This helps to avoid spills and I'm going to boil it for 10 minutes now. Now I'm going to make the broccoli sabzi. To the karai I have added the cubed potatoes and I'll fry it till golden brown. Then I'll take it out and add some jeera seeds and onions to the karai. After a while I'll add the broccoli and cook it till it softens a little and then add the masalas. In this recipe I haven't used any haldi, only some jeera powder and coriander powder. I'll let it fry a little more before I switch the gas off. While I add the tadka to the dal. For that, I have added some dry red chilies and some jeera and methi seeds, haldi and red chili powder. Okay, now I'll make a quick watermelon salad. We got this giant watermelon yesterday from outskirts of the city, and it was super sweet, so juicy and tasty for a change. It was so big that we had to have the rest of it as juice since it was too much to consume as cut pieces. I have added the watermelon cubes, slices of cucumber, salt, pepper, red chili flakes, lemon juice, coriander leaves and some olive oil. And that's it. I'm also going to make a quick buttermilk because we were bored of having normal curd. So to my blender, I have added some ice cubes, 1 green chili, a small piece of ginger and a handful of mint leaves with some salt, roasted jeera powder and chaat masala. You can add water according to the consistency you want. I have added 2 cups of curd to 1 cup of water. Now it's done and the lunch is ready. The preparation may seem very intimidating to look at, but trust me, it's not. It's really quick. I usually have tea or coffee, whatever Parth would make for him. I'm not a big fan of hot beverage. Since today Parth was busy, I decided to just have a green tea in a tea bag. I'm also going to boil this raw peanuts, and this is one of my favorite snacks to have. I never knew that peanuts boiled with their cover tasted so different than the peanuts without the cover. It is tasty and very addictive, trust me. So in a pot, I'm going to add some water, salt, pepper, red chili powder and some red chili flakes. Few tips here is to boil the peanuts. You need to use good amount of salt, like almost a handful or so, to really let the salt to get inside the peanuts. Also, you don't need to add too much of water because the water seems to have a tendency to spill while boiling peanuts. It happened with me a lot of times. Okay, so I just remembered that I had to use a pressure cooker and not a pot. And I will pressure cook it for 15 minutes in low. I'm going to enjoy this near my computer. This is the time I would also go through all your comments and reply to them as much as possible. Let's make some dinner, and I'm going to make karai mushroom along with roti. I have found this on Pinterest and decided to make it. Only thing is that I realized mushrooms tastes the best in Chinese recipes. It seems to not blend very well with Indian masalas, maybe because mushroom itself doesn't have any taste, if you know what I mean. It's all about the gravy. Anyway, so I'm going to make a karai mushroom powder at home. So for that, we'll need to add coriander seeds, cumin seeds, black peppercorns, fennel seeds, green cardamom, black cardamom, cloves, dry Kashmiri red chili, and bay leaves to a pan. While that's getting roasted, I will also get the atta dough ready for roti. And I'm going to dry roast it and then blend it into a fine powder. You can also use this powder for making karai paneer. In a pan, I will add some oil, then I will add the onions, green chilies, ginger garlic paste and fry it for a while and then add the tomato cubes. After this gets mushy, I will add the tomato paste. After this is well fried and cooked, I will add the karai mushroom masala I just made and I'll let it fry for some time before I add the cubed mushrooms. At this point, I will also add the cubed onions and capsicum with a tablespoon of lemon juice to it. And dinner is served. That's it for today's one. Hope you like it, and if you did, please press the like button and that helps me understand the kind of videos you want to see from me. Thank you for watching. See you soon.